Um, so would you guys like to just introduce yourselves and like your role in the band?
I'm Georgia. I do lead vocals and guitar.
I'm Steph. I do backup vocals and I play bass.
Nice. All right. Would you guys like to tell me when and how did the band form?
Was it 2022?
Do the maths, dog. Yeah,
I
2022.
think it was 2022. The original lineup formed, and then we started gigging like 6 months after we started practicing together. So in like
That's about
July 2022, and then we've kept going since then. So we've been about
Around 2 years. Which is
just under, I think. Yeah.
Okay. Was it hard to get like a jam session on the first go, or just kind of plan one straight away?
Yeah, it was hard to. It was kind of hard to find a lineup that worked, and now that we have, everything's clicked and it's worked so well. Obviously, it's hard to like learn to play with each other and get used to how each other kind of communicate. But since we've kind of figured that out and all become close friends, it's really easy.
Okay. Nice. Would you guys like to tell me your thoughts on the Brisbane music scene, specifically like the youth scene or the punk scene?
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. I'm really excited by it. Because I came up in sort of the youth punk scene many years ago. And it's sort of, there was a period where it sort of died out for a bit. The all ages show just stopped being a thing that happened. And that's why it was so refreshing to see like the sub scene exist and all these like anti-dismal and Project Punk and stuff like that coming together and doing these all ages shows. It was really sick. And it's interesting to see how much Brisbane has swung back into DIY as an ethos following the shutdown of like every third venue that we have. You know, we lost the Foundry, we lost King Lear's, we've lost so many spots, but there's car park shows happening like every month, or there's shows happening in skate parks or under bridges, and I think that's so exciting.
Yeah, it's really cool to see so many new, like up-and-coming youth bands and diverse bands as well. There's so many all-ages gigs happening, and the kids are really into it, and that's really cool to see. I'm hoping that'll like foster a new scene.
Okay. Nice. Do you guys have any like favorite bands that you're enjoying the sound of at the moment?
I mean, I love Not Telling so much.
Yeah.
It's a little embarrassing.
Good pick. Good pick. I'm a big Mitch Please fan. Yeah, as is most of Brisbane, man.
I've been a bubblegum haircut truther for a bit.
Yeah.
Big fan of that.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm seeing so many bands that I'm not able to put faces to names as much as I'd like to. But I feel like I'm seeing so much exciting stuff happening week to week that every week, if you ask me, there'd be a different answer. They're on to me.
Yep.
Yeah. So shout out Not Telling, shout out Bubblegum Haircut, shout out Mitch Please, and
shout out Fat Dog. I think Fat Dog and the Tits are really cool. They're doing some really unique shit that's really exciting to see.
Yeah.
They're going to be massive. You heard it here first. I have money on secret betting sites that they're going to be the next big Australian band.
Yeah, I like that they've got like some like orchestral instruments as well, like the clarinet, and it's like, oh, okay.
I love a brass section. I miss a brass section. I'm constantly asking for a saxophone.
Yeah. One day we'll learn.
Yeah, I'll have a ska album one day.
Now, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'd say Whoroboros. Is that how you say it? Whoroboros, or is it?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. They're like one of the very few all-female bands in Brisbane. What does that mean to you? Two. Sorry, I wrote three, but two. Both as musicians, but also as women in the scene.
I think it's really to me, it's really special. It's really, I keep saying everything's really cool and exciting, but it feels really special to be a part of something that's so small but so impactful. I want the scene to grow. I want there to be more fem bands, and hopefully we'll be able to influence that a little bit. But yeah, it's really important to me, and that's the reason we started the band, is to support women in the scene and in the community as a whole. So yeah.
Yeah, I feel like early on we had a lot of trouble finding all femme bands to play with, and that's been less of an issue, I think, as time has gone on.
Yeah.
And that's really sick. Like every gig, particularly all ages gigs, will have people come up to us and be like, oh, I didn't know that this was a thing that you could do. I didn't know that all girl bands in Brisbane existed. That's so sick.
Yeah.
And I feel like every couple of weeks we're seeing some like work in progress band appearing on Instagram, and I'm so excited to see it all coalesce and have this sort of scene revival. Because again, yeah, like there was that period a couple of years back where there was a bit of a stronger all-girl band presence, with stuff like Whalehouse being a lot busier, I guess, and like Guava Lava existing, and just sort of way more femme bands that died out a bit, and it's super exciting to see it coming back, because punk doesn't need to just be 4 dudes in cargo shorts saying edgy shit. You can care about things. It's cool to care about things.
Yeah.
It's cool to be nice and to support your community, and it's been really lovely seeing the response to stuff like that.
Yeah, because I remember when I first got into the scene, this is like I'm still a little baby in the scene, I guess, if you want to call me that. But when I first heard your EP, I was like, oh, there's actually girl bands in Brisbane. Like, because, you know, for me, I kind of idolise Hole and all those like American and British all girl bands, but mostly. But then when I saw you guys play live also last one, I was like, oh my god. So, fangirl moment, sorry.
Oh, man.
Ignore that.
That's really sweet.
I'm so glad I have these glasses on, no one can see I'm crying.
I think you guys might have already answered this, but I'll just ask it anyway. Do you think that there's a lack of all-female bands in the Brisbane scene, or if so, why do you think that, and if not, why not?
I think there could be more. I think there's loads of upcoming bands that are yet to kind of establish themselves.
Yeah.
But when they do, the scene will be a lot bigger.
I feel like we're about to see a massive wave.
So we're already seeing that wave in like Sydney and Melbourne,
Yeah.
where there's loads of femme bands, and those bands all play together regularly, and that they're all absolutely kick-ass. And so are our bands, but I'm still keen for that to grow to the same level, so we can have more gigs and more diverse lineups in general.
Yeah.
Thoughts?
Yeah. I'm just trying to remember what the question was.
I guess why or why not?
Why aren't there more? I mean, I guess like the purpose of the system is what it does, right? I think culturally, as much as I love Brisbane, we still very much celebrate the macho and very much celebrate like the chauvinistic, like idolized dude image in music. You know, we're still very into like the surf punk, like, whoa, I love smoking cones thing. And I think that as a culture really pushes women to only be able to engage from an outsider perspective and from like an idolizing perspective. And similarly, I think with a lot of the hardcore scene, because like the hardcore bands that we have in Brisbane are amazing, and it's one of the most accepting scenes that I've seen. But I still think I have been very outspoken as anti-pit karate for a while. I know when I was younger, the sort of pit karate, like spin kick dudes were a reason I wasn't going in mosh pits. And now that I'm older and larger and can shove them back, I'm doing that. But I do think that that's a massively off-putting thing. It's like a young woman at a show is these like 6-foot dudes built like brick shit houses,
Yeah.
just windmilling through the place.
Push back. Is the
Yeah,
answer.
push back maybe. And yeah, it's not that I think that's necessarily conscious or intentional, but I do think that it is a symptom of a larger issue of not considering accessibility in spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with that as well. Because sometimes I feel like when I go to gigs, like it's not all the time, but most of the time I do see kind of people like just not even just girls, but everyone kind of who are a bit intimidated by that pit karate. They're kind of off to the side. I mean, I just observe. I'm not really keen on going on the pit, but yeah, I get what you guys are talking about with that. So now I'm in the process of starting my own band. I've got Ruby, who runs Derby Mag, and what's her name, Emerald, who runs Omozine. So yeah, we're trying to form one. We've got Mikey also from Verminate.
Sick.
Yeah, she reached out to me and I was like, you like Riot Girl? It was like a surprise because obviously Verminate's, slam, and I was like, oh, okay, yep, why not?
Cool, okay.
So yeah, and I'm sure there are many other young girls who are also trying to either make it into the scene or just form a band, So what advice would you guys give us as female musicians?
Push back.
Push back.
I would say that you don't have to know how to play, you don't have to know how to sing, you don't have to know music theory or any of that. Half the dude bands that get up there and do it don't know any of those things and can't do any of those things. So you shouldn't feel bad when you get up there too and aren't immediately the best at what you're doing. I feel like this community is really supportive of each other, at least the fan bands are, and I think it's quite easy to just start going to gigs and meeting people where you'll be able to have some opportunities, maybe meet band members if you want to start your own band, and then just jump in, give it a go. Everyone is ready to back you if you want to.
Yeah, I think people are less hostile than we let ourselves believe they are. I think we're a lot more willing to want people to succeed than we think. I get on that stage, play that song as long as you are having fun, as long as there's energy. I didn't play bass until our first rehearsal, because I just sort of, I talented Mr. Ripley my way into this band, and I learnt it as I went, and I've been in this band for 2 years and they haven't kicked me out yet. So like, learn as you go, have fun doing it. Hit us up, we'll put you on a lineup,
Yeah. Hit up other fan bands, so I can guarantee you they're always willing to back you and help you out. At least respond, give you some information, anything you need.
Yeah, okay. Nice. Well, I will definitely take that advice on board. I'm sure everyone else will. So do you guys have any other final comments or anything else you'd like to say?
I guess it's a while away now, but August 24th we'll be playing at Black Cat Alternative Markets. We're really excited for that one.
Yeah.
Really cool.
It's a back door with like Chiffon Magnifique and a million other really cool bands and tattoo artists and stuff like that.
Yeah.
August 17th, we're playing a Myanmar fundraiser with Permanent Revolution and some other bands who are evading me right now. Go support a show, go support local stuff, make a zine, pick up a guitar.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, dude.
Nice.